Everyone, Chip Ritchie here, joined at the desk for just a moment by Rahul Reddy, coming off of a win in round number 4, moving to 4-0 here in Knoxville. My friend, how does it feel? I imagine pretty good. And also tell us a little bit about attacking turn 1 with Reggies. What's the strategy here? How do we make it happen?
Well, I mean, obviously, starting 4-0 at a tournament feels amazing.
Let's go.
Sets the benchmark really good going into lunch break or, you know, whatever for the rest of the day. Like, the tone is good. You're hitting the matchups you want to hit. You've dodged that little bit of a, like, the clump of weird decks that you could hit early.
Sure.
And obviously, I think that was probably the luckiest draws I've seen in my life in both of those games. Like that opening hand in game 1, when I saw the rope and the double Aurora, I was like,
not just the turn 1 attack, but having the rope as well.
It was like having a pseudo boss. It's like I couldn't have scripted it better. So whoever's doing the script back here is doing a pretty good job. I really appreciate it. I finally got a win, you know?
Yeah, so. There you go. Yeah, I mean, we even saw in OCIC, Sam, you know, your friend, testing partner, played the same 60 as you in OCIC. He won his win and win and get to 9th place, unfortunately, match by doing the same thing. Escape rope, KO a Lugia V turn 1. A little different here. You're KOing a Mew V, but, you know, the outcome feels pretty much the same.
Like, that doesn't happen. It's like, it's like probably 10%.
It feels like it happens a lot, man.
I know, it's crazy.
We've seen it so much on the stream.
And the rope is like one of those cards where it's like, why are you playing a rope? And I mean, well, this exact scenario for like that 2% chance or whatever it is that this exact scenario happens, it's a pretty good card.
Yeah, it works out in those instances. We're going to do a quick little interview here because we do have our next round. But I do just want to ask you about that second game. You know, obviously we got to a point where Sam lost zone both of your Gigas. Always a little sketchy. I imagine you were bracing for impact, though. You kind of knew that was a play for him. Talk to us a little bit about how you were trying to prep around that second Gigas getting lost zoned, and once that actually happened, what your game plan was from there.
So I knew I was down 3 scoop up nets at this point, which is really not good, because once the first guy, you know, hits the lost zone, I kind of want to pick it back up and kind of set up my board and establish it that way. But I was down 3 nets, and unfortunately I did not bump that city for like 3 turns, probably the most valuable lost city that's ever happened.
You discarded a lot of Path to the Peak early in that game as well.
So I was thinking in my head, the only way I win this game is if I can set up a steal, and I have the Auroras to close out with the Drago. So attacking with steal is correct, I think, here. And then I can follow up by looking for a boss target on either a Genesect with a choice belt. I had all 3 choice belts in deck, or 2 out of the 3, sorry, on a Genesect, or I could bring up a Mew V that he has to bench if he wants to Psychic Leap. So fortunately I had the 4th net in my hand plus the 2 other cards because he opted not to Roxanne or Judge me that turn. I believe he just bossed up the Gigas. Also put myself in a position where if he doesn't boss the Gigas, I can research. I have 2 choice belts in deck. Like I'm cooking. And so I kind of set up a pseudo checkmate scenario. The only like kind of sketchy part was I had to find the 2 Auroras. And off the research, I managed to find both Auroras immediately, giving myself an attachment there. I just had to not miss an attachment for 3 turns. And I think I still had my Lotto as well. So I was like in a really good spot to just make sure, as long as like the bottom like 6 cards in my deck weren't 2 Auroras, I could probably close out this game.
Yeah, well, it works out. You know, mapped it out perfectly, able to navigate the end game. Congratulations, Rahul, starting 4-0. Before we kick to a quick break before our next round, doing something a little fun this weekend. We are here in Tennessee. We're in the South, so we're going to be asking all of our winners this weekend to give us their best yeehaw going into the next round.
Let's
Go
hear
ahead, Rahul. Take it away. Best yeehaw you got.
Yeehaw!
We'll give you a 4 out of 10 there.
I'll take it.
Thanks a bunch, Rahul, and thanks everyone for tuning in. We will be back very soon with round 4. Don't go anywhere.